Time now for News Extra. It is brought to you by Regional West, and I'm Dennis Ernest with the program today, and two special guests joining us, and that's Chris Wolf and Gary Shoemaker. Welcome both of you to the program.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Here to talk about a special event coming up on, the 25th out at Wildcat Hills Shooting Sports Complex. And Gary, this is going to be an interesting event. Tell us a little bit about what it's about.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time we've actually hosted an event out at the Shooting Sports Complex at Wildcat Hills State Recreation Area. Where the idea came about, one of our staff members is a veteran, and actually a couple of them are, and I guess they were talking some night about possibly doing some things to help out the veterans and whatnot, and that's how Chris's organization got involved in this. Of course, the format, of course, will be out there, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. But it's our first event out there for a fundraising event for an outside organization, so we're happy to actually host it for them.
Yeah, very cool. So Chris, you got your organization involved, and tell us about your organization for those who might not know.
Yeah, we're a non-profit located here in the Valley, and we help veterans and military families in emergency situations. So it could be helping with rent, it could be helping with getting their power turned back on, or keeping a car payment so they don't lose their car, that kind of thing. So we're all local. Everything is, all our money stays local in the Panhandle, a little bit over into Wyoming, and so we raise our money here and we keep our money here. Sort
of a festival of hope for veterans.
Exactly.
If you want to use those terms. Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, help folks out, and there are some folks in need, aren't there?
I'm always getting phone calls. We have spent over $100,000 in the last 6 or 7 years helping veterans, and at $500 a vet, which is the only amount we can spend up to that for a year, that's a lot of help that we've given out to the community.
Mm-hmm. So those funds can go rather quickly.
They can, and they can. Sometimes I can have 2 or 3 apps in a week. Sometimes I've had 2 or 3 in a day. So you just never know from day to day what's going to come in.
Yeah, there's always a need. All right, well, let's get down to the nuts and bolts of it, and we'll do that right after this for Regional West. On the News Extra program with Chris Wolf and Gary Shoemaker about the upcoming Western Nebraska Veterans Shootout on Saturday, August 25th out of the Wildcat Hills Nature Center Shooting Sports Complex. Now, Gary, we don't have to be a veteran to take part in this.
No, you do not. No, that's one thing we want to make absolutely clear. No, this is open to the general public and that likes firearms.
Yeah.
The platform, of course, for the rifle shooting is AR, which is Armor Light, which is the AR platform. That's the kind of rifles that people would need to use to come out here. The pistol and the revolver rounds could be basically pistols and revolvers, anything non-magnum load up to .45 caliber. So,
now they bring their own gun, right?
Yes, they do. They need to bring their own firearms, their own ammunition, their own eye protection, their own ear protection. The range will be providing our normal range safety officers to make sure everything runs safe. That's our part on the Wildcat Hills side. And of course, we will also have the other venues open as well that we're not using. We're using our small bore pistol and high power rifle ranges for this event. The archery range, the shotgun range, and the air rifle ranges will still be open to the public that day.
All right. So registration will start, what, 8 o'clock?
Yes, 8 o'clock, yep. You'll see Chris probably out there, and go to the registration desk, go see her. They collect your registration fees, and it goes from there. Lunch is provided. So,
okay. So that's included with the registration?
Yep.
Excellent. So it basically run pretty much for what, how long?
Well, they've got a morning round and an afternoon round. The morning round is a rifle, an open sight rifle and semi-automatic pistol, and the afternoon rounds are the rifle with scopes, and then the revolvers on the afternoon.
Okay.
So a person could sign up for the morning and afternoon for the same registration fee.
Oh, excellent. All right. So do we have a lot of advanced registrations, or?
They set it up this year. I think Chris could go more into that. So
We just waiting for people to come sign up.
Yeah.
So we just would encourage everybody to come out. If you don't want to participate, we would like to come out and support the program, support our Wildcats area, and support our organization. That would be wonderful. We'd love to see you.
You can can do that too.
Yeah, if someone wants to come out and just watch and see it, stop at the front desk, pay their park pass, and observe and donate to the organization.
Will we need a vehicle sticker for the shootout?
Yes, yes. Yep, that's a state requirement.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're in the driveway, you better have a sticker on.
Yep.
It's the way it is. But that's all right, because that supports our wonderful game and parks areas all across the state. Gary, how is the shooting complex going? Just in general terms, pretty popular.
Yes.
I drive by and I see vehicles there every time.
Yes, we're very, it's cyclical. We're still learning about it. We've actually been officially open now since June 21st of last year. Right. So we've had just a year under our belt now. And the interesting thing has been watching the different venues when they're busy, when they're not. We're always busy with the pistol range. We're always busy with the high-power rifle range. Shotgun is picking up. We're adding more to the shotgun range. We're adding modified skeet and modified sporting clays to that. We're building right now a new tomahawk and knife throwing range as well. So those are things that are under construction right now. But yeah, the general gist of it's a lot increasing. Archery is not as popular in this end of the state as it is in the other end of the state, because of course we have the Platte River State Park range as well, and they have more archers than we do out here. So but we have far more high-power rifle than they do. So
I suppose as the hunting seasons come along, people kind of get tuned up, and that's a good way to do it.
Yes, in fact, the high-power range, because of the limitation in size of the high-power, we only have 2 sighting tables. We're going to be adding a 3rd one this fall. So. But we are actually normally from September, don't plan on coming out and using the high power rifle range without a reservation, because it is booked from about September 5th on weekends especially, till all the way through hunting season. So.
And you do teach at the site as well.
Yes.
Teaches how to use the guns and so on.
Yeah, we have beginning pistol, beginning rifle, beginning black powder, beginning shotgun, beginning archery. We'll be going to the intermediate classes as well. We do CCW classes are conducted out there. We ourselves do not put those on. So the list of people who put those on, it can be ascertained from Kat, our shooting sports superintendent. But we do all of our people are NRA instructors. So.
And while I have you, how about the remodeling of the nature center itself and how that's going?
Yeah, it's going really well. Our numbers are skyrocketing since last year, since we did that. We're actually looking at expanding hours this fall, because normally we went back in the winter time to just weekday only and like 9 to 5. And we're looking, in fact I have a meeting on that next week of setting our schedule now through the Christmas break and into the spring of increasing the hours of the center. So. And
these Wildcat Saturdays that Amanda does with all these programs, that's been cool too.
Yes, yeah. The education component is actually both venues, the shooting sports complex and the nature center. I had over 5,700 kids through the building last year. That was after the grand opening. So we'll probably exceed almost 7,000 to 8,000 young people have gone through the Wildcat Hills Nature Center this year alone. And of course we have an outreach program. We actually go to the schools and teach classes at the schools, and we teach classes at daycares, homeschools, and those sorts of things. And our shooting sports complex does an outreach with archery in the school programs. We've done Scottsbluff High School and the Gearing High School. We'll be adding some more this fall. So.
Well, Gary, thanks. Appreciate the update on the shooting sports and the nature center itself. And both of you, Chris Wolf, for coming by and talking about this Veterans Shootout program on the 25th out at Wildcat Hills.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You bet. Nice to have you.